and comfortably. There's no pain, and I feel great afterwards. Hot and sweaty, a little bit tired, and then I think, wow, I can do this with my leg. Hello, welcome to my video review of ElasticSteel so far. My name's Anthony. I'm from Helston in Cornwall in the UK, and a little bit about me. I've been training from the age of 4, so I've been training for well over 40 years. I started initially in the grappling arts such as judo and wrestling, and when I was a teenager, since they became available, I went into karate and taekwondo and any of the striking arts, and I've mainly done primarily karate for well over 30 years, training, teaching, coaching, competing at various levels for all that time. And until recently I would have done some competition, but I can't because of my health issues, and it comes to that. I have a couple of those because I've had 2 hip replacements and 3 hip surgeries, and so therefore my mobility and flexibility is evaporated. So I had just under 20 months on crutches, so I've had to relearn to walk and stretch. So I thought I would never ever get back to doing any form of kicking or that type of thing. So you know a little bit about me. Now I'll go on to the method. Now the method of ElasticSteel, or ZST, or ZST if you're American, the Zycheck stretching technique, is easy. And once the principles of leverage, etc. are understood, it's so easy. You just have to practice, do a few. It's not hard, it's not painful. It's, sometimes there are uncomfortable stages, but itself, it's really easy. And now about the online learning. Now, the online learning class, I think, is absolutely brilliant, since there is interaction between ourselves. Now, there's multiple students at this time, and where necessary, we're coached, not just shown things by the instructor, who's brilliant at these things, and very fun to see how he's doing things. He will actually not just coach the movements, but he'll adapt them relative to certain people. So if somebody's a lot more flexible and they're not being challenged, he will adapt it so make it a little bit more difficult for them, or in my case he'll regress it, because certain ones I find a little bit difficult and certain muscles need to be relaxed. So therefore he'll give me an intermediary step so I can actually adapt and then get there, and that's part of the brilliance of it. And we can ask questions. We can go, oh, excuse me, how do I do that? Could you just show me from a different angle? And the multiple angles, especially live, from our aspect is brilliant. And I've talked to a few of the other students, and I think we all think on the same level that it is so handy to be able to interact. And if there's things that we've forgotten, which we inevitably do, we can obviously ping an email to the instructor and say, could you just go through that with me? And he's been brilliant for the fact that he's just done us a little 2 or 3 minute very slow breakdown of a particular aspect. I mean, I had to ask about a certain thing in part of what they call a Cossack stretch, which I didn't quite get because I didn't quite see the movement, and because I was trying to watch, and I didn't want to slow things down, and he had no problem. Great, he spent 5 minutes doing a specific one just for me, which I found brilliant, and I've got it. That was the main thing. Anyway, relative to my other comments so far, it deals with, I did a sports degree, so the basic 5 S's, which are strength, suppleness, speed, stamina and skill, and it deals with those in various aspects, and short range and long range strength and flexibility, and working on the chamber, since most of this in this particular one is about kicking, but it can be totally adapted to any form of stretching if you're doing any form of sport or need movement back again. And my main criteria is I've lost so much of the pains I had. In fact, there's parts of me that are reacting so much better than I expected. I am blown away by the ability of some of the movements I can do now, and comfortably. There's no pain, and I feel great afterwards. Hot and sweaty, a little bit tired, and then I think, wow, I can do this with my leg, or I can stretch there, or I can do that. I haven't done that for months, and in some aspects I haven't done some of those things for years. And bearing in mind that I've got this, I think that's phenomenal. Anyway, I highly recommend that you have a look, have a try, have a go. You know, you can't do anything other than have a go, and I think you may be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I've gained a lot in 7 lessons so far, which are about an hour at a time, which have been not just little bits, but, you know, in some aspects 7, 8, 9, 10 inches, and that, wow, that does it for me. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed my little review, and hopefully see you again. And if you're not sure, go and have a look at ElasticSteel. Talk to the people on ElasticSteel. Bye bye.